Another day, a new miner. Pretty excited. This is a very quiet mining rig. It's low power usage. It earns more than it burns. And above all, it just helps me expand the passive income journey through cryptocurrency mining out here at the VoskCoin mining farm. Yo, I'm Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be looking at this guy. Although he's big, he's pretty quiet. And any of that noise you're hearing, it's really probably just going to be this guy. That's an Ice River KS1. We already did a video on that. The earnings on the Ice River miners are dropping dramatically, but they're still very profitable mining rigs. But we're going to be looking at the Jasminer X16-Q. This is a new miner, and above all, it boasts world-class, make it sound fancy, right, efficiency when mining ETC, Ethereum Classic, and other Ethash or Ethereum-based coins that are mineable still. And keep in mind, before you write off ETC and ETC mining, that is a top 30 cryptocurrency when ranked by CoinMarketCap. So today I'm going to run through the basics of the setup, which is basically a power cable and an Ethernet cable. It also has a Wi-Fi adapter and punching in your name with the setup. Wallet address is very simple, it's very easy. The real world mining profitability and how mine has been performing. I've had all of the Jasminer Q releases. So I had the little server rack looking one, I had the one that looks very similar to that, and now I have that one, and I have an X16P on the way. When those get released, the ETA on those are now October, pushed back. That's the way it goes with ASIC miners. This is a ASIC miner. It's an application-specific integrated circuit miner. It's a purposeful machine. All it does is mine cryptocurrency, a single cryptocurrency mining algorithm. Normally, what's really cool about these is they mine ETC hash, ETH hash, and also Ethereum Classic plus ZIL dual mining. So this miner actually basically mines 3 algorithms, all within the wheelhouse, the same wheelhouse, if you will. But some of their competitor miners are not set up to do that and not do it as well and reliably. So let's jump behind the screen and look at the real data. All right, so I've adjusted the screen recording setup. This should be recording in 4K, and I've also tweaked the audio. So hopefully the audio sounds better. Hopefully the video quality is better, period. So let's dig right into it. Huge shout out to jinglemining. Why? Because we've been working with jinglemining for a couple years to source jazz miners. They are the jazz miner reseller, distributor. They are the one that Jasminer has chosen to work hand in hand with. They've aligned their branding. They get it first, period. So we have an affiliate link out. More importantly for you, we have a discount code. Punch in the code VoskCoin, but really the link in the video description below should auto apply the discount for you just to make it easy. They have many models in stock right now. We are specifically focused on the X16Q. It's basically the brand new jazz miner. There's also the X16P on the horizon as well. This is an old model. We reviewed these other 2 models over the years as well. They've done well overall, long term. This new jazz miner, the X16Q, is just very efficient. It's actually the most efficient Ethereum Classic, ETC hash, ETH hash miner we've ever seen. If Ethereum was still mineable, this thing would be incredibly cool and also probably priced over $10,000, but it's not. You can mine a lot of different coins with this, right? You can mine Ethereum Classic and Zilica, ETH, ETHW, ETC, ETF, ETP, EXP, among many other cryptocurrencies. It's supposed to mine at about 1,950 megahash a second, consuming about 620 watts. You can see we've got a real world power draw on how much juice is this thing really, consuming. Well, good news, it's pretty much on target. Jinglemining also sells other miners. You can check those out if you want. The discount code goes to all that stuff, but let's keep it on topic. Because by the way, there's no direct distribution from Jasminer, at least that I'm aware of, not in small quantities. And while 3,000 is absolutely expensive, it is well within line of the price of many different cryptocurrency mining rigs in this era. Also, What do you think about me down here in the corner? Do I look too small? I mean, I was adjusting the size. Is this the right size when I'm in the corner? Should it be bigger, smaller? Do I need to hit the gym? So many questions. So this is my miner and F2 pool. Use whatever mining pool you want. This one just gives me good data for reviews. X16Q, synced up here, only miner. You see 24-hour hash rate, which is what you get paid off of, at 2 gigahash, which is 2,000 mega hash a second. It's right on target with where we want to be. You can see my scoring hash rate every day is on average about 2,000, which is slightly above what it's supposed to do, which is cool. That's all you can ever want and ask for. You can see I've got several days of mining data here. This has been performing well. This is pulling about 0.23 ETC or Ethereum Classic a day. I have not personally tested it with ETC ZIL mining. There's pros and cons to that, but I've noticed some unreliability when I do ETC plus ZIL on my old Jasminers, but they were never really built or set up to that. They were able to do that with updates later on. So this one may be a little bit different, but let's enter the device. So I'm remoting into my mining farm, and then I'm remoting into my mining rig, right? If you're really new to this, check out our video on how to set up an ASIC miner, how to set up electricity, things like that. But I go on my router, I get the IP address, and then I log in. What's the login? It's on the screen, so I can double check this in editing. Sorry. You can see my total running time here is uptime of over a straight week, which is very cool. This thing's been working great. Historically, Jasminers have done well. They're good miners. Due to the low power draw and the Q in its name, this is a quiet miner. This is honestly really built for at-home mining. This is for smaller miners that are treating this more like a hobby. But you can also use this obviously in a bigger deployment as well. But if you were to go that route, the X16P is going to be the better option for you at basically 3 times the performance. What's the power draw though? Because we're at about 650 watts. You will see that it will be consuming pretty much 3 times the amount of electricity, mining at about 3 times the speed. So what you get with this is really just simply density. And I mean, what a behemoth, what a monster. We've gone from when you used to have just an Antminer S9, which is like, one fan kind of design, then the Antminer S19 styling, where it's 2 fans, and now we got this behemoth with 3 whopping fans and a huge case on here with 9 chips in here and 8 gigabytes of onboard RAM. So this would be very similar to the X16Q, which we're focused on here today, but the difference is we're dealing with 3 chips, 3 ASIC boards onboard, and still the same amount of 8 gigabytes of onboard memory, which is related to ETH-based mining coins and the DAG that you need to load. Basically, you need that RAM to be able to mine. Once you get in here, it's very easy. It's very straightforward to use. We get some nice data here. Simple enough. You can see my pools and backup pools there. You can see my performance, my temperature. All 3 of these ASIC chips here are running. We're operating at 520 frequency. We go to the settings and we go to miner, and we can adjust the pools. Also down here at the bottom, we can change the pool protocol. We can select which coin type we'll mine. So that's ETC or ETC hash, right? We have ETH or ETH hash, and then you have ETC plus ZIL. So it's not as simple as just changing the mining pool. You also need to change the coin in here because it will be mining on basically a different mining algorithm. There's also efficiency, balance, performance. I've been running mine in the balance this entire time. Based on my electricity rate, I'm probably better suited to run it at efficiency, but I just wanted to keep this thing simple, especially for the review here. A notable feature is missing from the Jasminer dashboard, and that's going to be the ability to adjust the frequency, which I can do on my other Jasminers. This one, at least with this current firmware version, is locked in at 520 frequency. Basically, that's in essence, if you go up or down, you're over or underclocking. You can increase your mining performance, but you can also potentially damage or simply shorten the lifespan of your miner. This is an ASIC miner. As a reminder, if you don't know, you're not familiar. This is a purpose-built machine. All it does is mine cryptocurrency and these specific mining algorithms. So it's an expensive miner. It looks good. It's cool. It's been working well. The only issue I've had is the antenna was attached to it, so it broke in shipping. They offered to send me a new antenna on the spot. So, I mean, that was cool. That was fine. No big deal. I'm not using it over Wi-Fi. I've got a direct Ethernet connection, as you should always have if you have the ability to do that. Looking at ETC, the 29th biggest cryptocurrency and ranked by coin market cap, 0.23 ETC is only $3.63 a day, which pretty much puts it in line with my projected mining profitability. This thing is supposed to be mining about $3.50 a day. It cost me at 10 cents per kilowatt hour, my electricity rate, about $1.50 a day to run. The cool thing about my numbers and 10 cents per kilowatt hour, if you've got 15 cent per kilowatt hour electricity, right? Well, then you can just take this number plus 50%. Basically, it's easy to go up or down. MTA has a nice breakdown here of all the different mineable coins with a quick visual. They have their little algorithm thing, and they say it's more profitable to mine ETC ZIL, which would equate to actually about the same mining profitability per day that I got mining ETC. And then there's also, if you're using the Ethash algorithm, you can mine this octacoin, which you'd be earning less per day. But you know, there's pros and cons to doing all of this. But keep in mind, when you start looking at these smaller mineable coins, they're very volatile. And to put it simply, they're just not always all that viable long term. So when we look at the emissions per day, Ethereum Classic is putting out $250,000 of new coins per day, every day on average. This is pretty static. This is pretty consistent. When we look at the hash rate difficulty, you can see when Ethereum was no longer mineable. Wow. Hash rate has been, interesting over the last year as it continued to trend down, kind of bottomed out and then started going up significantly. And then in line with the recent negative market correction, the network hash rate has dropped pretty significantly. That's about a 10-15% drop, even though we have more efficient miners coming online. ETH Classic is very proud of themselves. They called themselves the apex predator of the Ethash family. It's not even close. So look at these numbers, right? We run through this. At the end of the day, this is not like some kind of cash cow miner. It's just really not. If you take what you're earning minus your, rough electricity bill, I mean, this is a, 4 or 5 year break even on a cryptocurrency that will likely have more and better miners out there released for it. But there is a handful of coins you can mine with this. I think that we're going to see much greener days for all cryptocurrencies, ETC included, even if it's just simply dragged up by the rising tide effect. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen, but I'm just saying that's likely what's going to happen. I think the best thing this miner has going for it is that it's quiet and it's efficient, right? I mean, market conditions, generally speaking, are terrible. And so if this thing's earning more than it's burning, then, it's good. It's interesting. And it can be a good long-term play. It's not inspiring me to build out a mining farm of these, but this one in particular is more of a miner you buy a couple of, you stack some coin, you let it ride. Of course, you can just buy coin instead, sure, go ahead, but you probably wouldn't be this deep in the video if that's more your thing, that's more your style. A lot of people are quick to write off miners in a bear market, but keep in mind that when that hopeful bull market returns and you want these miners, they're going to be double the price. They're going to be triple the price, and their earnings are going to be matching that. So it's a great time then to either take profit not only on your coin that you've been mining and stacking, but you can also cash out on some of your hardware, or just let it ride and know that you're in cheap and you are earning a lot every day. Everyone's situation is different. As always, my name is Drew Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I'm never here to push gear on you. I'm here to have fun, make reviews, and hopefully bring you real world mining data, my 2 cents. And I mean, a lot of guys talk and I live it, right? This is a rap song. That's the facts right there. So I've used a lot of miners. I've used every Jasminer released except for the one that looks like more like an ant miner. I've never gotten that one in. I've had all these at-home versions they have, all with the black cases, everything like that. It's been a good experience overall. And they've been much better than the forest miner I have, which is just so junk and unreliable. It just pisses away my electricity, goes down all the time, the dashboard sucks. That miner is abysmal. And to be frank, it's a bad move for miners in my experience. Whereas the Jasminer has been reliable. It's been good. And jinglemining has been good to work with, and even a small issue like an antenna is quickly rectified. All I've got left is 10 seconds of tails, because we do that on every single video, because she is our CMO, our Chief Mining Officer here at VoskCoin Mining. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you on the next video as well.